Now we're off and running. After a week 1 of sloppy NFL games and shake-up near the top of the power rankings, it's time to get into a groove selecting games. Welcome to week 2 of the 2017 season, football fans. After a long off-season, the games have arrived. No more talking about the NFL draft, OTAs, training camp, preseason or roster cuts. Now it's finally about the season, games and week-to-week mashups. Every year, that means a few things: fantasy football, cheering on your favorite team, and, of course, taking a peek at the spreads in order to make sure you're on the right side of every outcome. Consider this a one-stop shop guide to picking every, or at least the majority, game correctly. Houston Texans at Cincinnati Bengals, -5 Thursday, September 14th, 8:25 p.m. In Week 1, Houston looked nothing like the team that had a chance in the first half of a playoff game in New England last season. Is Deshaun Watson ready? Can the offensive line block? Thursday nights are tricky, but this should be closer than the spread. The pick, Texans. Cleveland Browns at Baltimore Ravens, -7.5 Sunday, September 17th, 1 p.m. Sean Kaiser showed flashes for the Browns, but allowed himself to be sacked 7 times versus the Steelers. Baltimore has a better defense and more consistent pass rush than Pittsburgh. Baltimore rolls. The pick, Ravens. Buffalo Bills at Carolina Panthers, -7.5 Sunday, September 17th, 1 p.m. Sean McDermott vs Ron Rivera. One of 3 teacher versus protege battles of Week 2, with 2 stemming from the Andy Reid coaching tree. It's hard to know what to take from a Bills win over the Jets, but Carolina looks significantly deeper. The pick, Panthers. Arizona Cardinals, -7.5, at Indianapolis Colts Sunday, September 17th, 1 p.m. The Colts are splitting first-team quarterback reps this week between Scott Tolzien and Jacoby Brissett. This team is a tire fire. Arizona looked awful in Week 1 and lost David Johnson. But expect Bruce Arians to have them up to bounce back against a limping opponent. The pick, Cardinals. Tennessee Titans, -1.5, at Jacksonville Jaguars Sunday, September 17th, 1 p.m. By low. If the Titans had won in Week 1 and Jaguars had lost, this line would be much, much higher. 1 week doesn't change enough to sway me. Jacksonville's defense can keep them in games, but Tennessee won't fall to 0-2. The pick, Titans. Philadelphia Eagles at Kansas City Chiefs, -4.5 Sunday, September 17th, 1 p.m. Criticism in Philadelphia aside, both teams are coming off very impressive road wins in Week 1. Carson Wentz and a dominant defensive line will give the Eagles a chance every week, including in this Doug Peterson vs. Reid coaching battle. But don't bet against Reid when he has extra time to prepare. The pick, Chiefs. New England Patriots, -6.5, at New Orleans Saints Sunday, September 17th, 1 p.m. Lock of the week. New England, 0-1, off an embarrassing loss, 10 days to prepare, should round New Orleans, 0-1, short week, Adrian Peterson turmoil building, in the Superdome. The pick, Patriots. Minnesota Vikings at Pittsburgh Steelers, -6.5 Sunday, September 17th, 1 p.m. Tone of the most intriguing games of Week 2. The Steelers escaped with a win in Cleveland, but didn't look themselves on offense. Meanwhile, the Vikings dominated the Saints and Sam Bradford looks better than he ever has in the NFL. Take the points and don't be shocked if there's an upset. The pick, Vikings. Chicago Bears at Tampa Bay Buccaneers, -7 Sunday, September 17th, 1 p.m. Chicago was game for a home opener versus Atlanta. But going on the road to Tampa with weeks of rest to prepare and get revved up after Hurricane Irma will put a ton of points on the board. The pick, Bucks. New York Jets at Oakland Raiders, -14 Sunday, September 17th, 4:05 p.m. 2-0. New York has to get back up after a physical game versus a division rival, travel across the country and take on an offense it can't keep up with over 4 quarters. The pick, Raiders. Miami Dolphins at Los Angeles Chargers, -4.5 Sunday, September 17th, 4:05 p.m. These is a tricky one. Miami likely has the better roster and comes in with rest but was displaced for a week due to Hurricane Irma. Los Angeles gets its home opener in a soccer stadium, making for an unpredictable environment. Expect a field goal game, so take the points. The pick, Dolphins. Week 1 of the 2017 NFL season is officially in the books. From Kansas City's blowout win in New England, to Carson Wentz leading the Eagles to a road win over the Washington Redskins, to the Giants falling flat on their face against the Cowboys in Dallas, to the Jets looking as bad as advertised in Buffalo against the Bills, it was a wild first week. Here's a look at how all 32 teams stack up in NFL power rankings heading into Week 2. Dallas Cowboys, -2.5, at Denver Broncos Sunday, September 17, 4:25 p.m. ST's Dallas defense as good as we saw on Sunday night? Or is the Giants' offense just fatally flawed? I'll go with the latter and exp.